From your local election headquarters, here's Fred Childers with This Week in Louisiana Politics.
Good morning to you. I'm Fred Childers. Thanks for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Politics on your local election headquarters. We have a lot to talk about. This week, Governor-elect Jeff Landry held another press conference to give the latest on his transition team and how he is setting up his administration. Renee Allen brings us the details.
The governor-elect for this transition discussion announced a transition website and an application portal where people can go to if they want to work within the administration. The transition website is where people can get information about the governor-elect's transition committees, see press releases, and share ideas.
We want to make Louisiana the best place it can be, and this is only done from the input of everyone out there.
Secondly, Landry explains an application portal has been set up for people to apply for a job within his administration, and that's regardless of political affiliation, he says.
Our team must be comprised of great people around the state and elsewhere who want to come to Louisiana, or people in Louisiana who want to join our administration. Because one of the things that we know is that we have some of the hardest working people here in this state.
Also, Landry was asked if he plans to undo Medicaid expansion, which was adopted by Governor Edwards.
What we want to focus on is graduating people off of Medicaid so that they're in the private sector. Because you know what that means? That means they're making more money, that means they're working, and that means their families are a whole lot better off.
And the governor-elect noted that they have 35 days to get the administration up and running. He says they intend to pick up speed once they have all the transition teams in place. Renee Allen, KLFY, News 10.
Well, a state trooper who had charges dropped in the Ronald Greene case agrees to testify during the trial of a former colleague. Prosecutors dismissed the obstruction of justice charge against Lieutenant John Clary. He was accused of trying to withhold body camera video in the case. The Union Parish District Attorney says Clary has agreed to take the stand in the trial of Trooper Corey York, who is charged with negligent homicide. The DA says York dragged Greene by the ankle shackles during the deadly 2019 arrest. Governor John Bel Edwards has reinstated a policy by the State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education that the state legislature just reversed. The policy in question will now allow high school seniors an appeal process if they fail the LEAP test, which is required to graduate. State Education Superintendent Kate Brumley is against it, saying it waters down graduation requirements at a time when Louisiana should pursue more firm standards. The incoming legislature and governor have already voiced their opinion to overturn the policy next year. Governor Edwards announced a new LSU Litter Institute that will address not only statewide litter, but the challenge of removing litter and debris from roadways and waterways worldwide. The $800,000 institute is funded by the state and will build on the work of the governor's task force on statewide litter abatement and beautification. Keep Louisiana Beautiful leaders say the new institute will help address the problem of litter with prevention and education.
There will be an opportunity for academic research, but there'll also be an opportunity for a centralized database of research.
We'll have experts come in from around the country. We'll have funding sources from around the country, all focused on finding ways to prevent so that we can move from removal to prevention.
According to a study by Keep Louisiana Beautiful, the state spends more than $90 million on litter cleanup each year. In an effort to tackle the major backlog of criminal cases, the Louisiana State Police have broken ground on a new crime lab. There are 200 agencies across the state of Louisiana who routinely submit evidence to the State Police Crime Lab, resulting in a huge caseload for that lab. LSP officials say it will take a little over 2 years for the new crime lab to be built. History was made in New Orleans this week as NOPD swore in the first female superintendent. Ann Kirkpatrick took the oath of office in front of dozens of people at Gallier Hall. After being sworn in, Kirkpatrick addressed the crowd, thanking her family, the mayor, city council, and members of the New Orleans Police Department.
Whether you are a professional staff member, or you're an officer answering calls for service, or you're a detective, or you're a person of rank, I want to honor you. And this is not about you serving me. This is about me serving you.
Former Superintendent Sean Ferguson retired at the end of 2022. In Baton Rouge, the search for a new police chief is still ongoing. Baton Rouge Police Chief Murphy Paul will stay on the job a little while longer. Chief Paul was expected to step down this week, but the department has confirmed he will remain in the position until Mayor-President Sharon Weston Broome has selected a new police chief. The Mayor's Review Committee is currently in the process of interviewing new candidates. Early voting is now in full swing, and here is what you need to remember before heading to the polls. Early voting runs until November 11th. Polls will be closed on Friday the 10th in observance of Veterans Day. Voting runs through 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Be sure to bring a valid ID. You can find your early voting locations at sos.la.gov, and Election Day is November 18th. And that date will be here before you know it. Shannon Hecht is talking to the candidates, so you have all you need to know before heading to the polls. That's next. Stay with us.